last year. Can you talk to us a little bit how you coach, any differences and similarities you see in coaching interior versus edge pass rushing?
Well, the first thing is making the inside guys understand that they're more than just big guys. You know, let them know, beaks know they're understanding that you're more just a two-gapper. In the modern era now of pass rush, the big guys are getting double-digit sacks if you look around the NFL. So the mindset of the traditional 3-4 team was that the big guys got to be what? Space eaters. Now, as you see from a guy like Metabeak and some more other guys that can, really rush the passer and around the league, you try to explain to them. It's a mindset initially about, how do I see myself? Because if you pigeonhole yourself into I'm just a big guy, two-gapper, then you always be that way. So in giving the player a lot of credit, Big put in a lot of work, training. He continues to be on the same regimen, and he works hard, and he believes in himself.
Chuck,
Did I answer your question?
Well, and the differences, similarities to edge rushing.
Oh, the difference is, well, the bodies inside are a little more compact together. The guys outside are more streamlined, and I call it like the 1 second rule. For guys inside, you have to execute your move at 1 second because the offensive linemen are going to have their hands at 1 second. Outside, it's somewhere around 2 seconds. So when you understand that, it's the difference really between a fastball and a curveball. You know what I mean? So inside, it's going to be a fastball. Outside, it's more of a curveball.
Thank you.
Did I answer your question?
Yep.
All right, cool.
what's special about Kyle Van Noy as a pass rusher?
He wants to be a great pass rusher. And I think what's really special is that after all these years he's been in multiple teams, now he says, man, I've never had a chance to just focus on all pass rush. I mean, he's a nickel rusher. In all the other places, he was off the ball, he was on the ball. So the thing that's cool is he really understands how the games work, inside, because he's done those kind of things. And he just loves it. And we talk about pass rush all the time. When it comes off the field, we'll be walking by each other, we talk about pass rush. In the off season, he'll send me some videos because he put in a lot of work this offseason as well as last offseason. And he really just loves pass rush, and it's pretty awesome when you get a guy, at this stage that says, you know what, I'm cool to come off the bench, so to speak. No, not as a starter, not traditionally. Bench sounds kind of a little harsh, but you know what I mean. To come off and accept my role and thrive at it. And he's always just talking and has great ideas. And as everybody here, you might have noticed, dude is super smart. He's really, he played for Belichick, he played for a lot of great guys, so that, it does give you some credibility with understanding defense.
Chuck Scum, with Odafe, what does he need to do to take that sort of next step? Obviously, we've seen him out here, he's in the backfield a lot. What does he need to do to kind of make that next leap, I guess, in games?
Okay. Well, let me explain something first about Odafe. So for everyone here that looked at last year, okay, first things first, Odafe came out, smoking, right? Okay, Odafe ended up having 5 sacks, all right? He missed, 4 or 5 games? Missed 4, and then he went out half on another. He has 5 games. He ends up being on a team that brings in 2 veterans that get over 250 snaps, easy. So when you look at the big picture, if Odafe is healthy, and remember, we gave JD and KV almost 500, it might be more than that, because I think JD had over 300-something snaps. So from all fairness to Odafe, and I know, it's all about production, and I do understand that. When you look at it from a pass rush standpoint, the numbers just didn't equate because the guys absorbed a lot of his reps too. You know what I mean? So, and that's not making an excuse for him, but that's just being truthful about it from his situation. Now, what he needs to do first and foremost, he just needs to have those reps. He needs to be on the field and continue to get those reps. He needs to continue to, do as he's doing now, playing fast, executing his moves and things like that. And, if he gets those 5 games and those other arguably 400 or 500 reps, he's a double-digit sacker. And again, he missed 4.5, 5 games. Go count. I always hear the little jokes sometimes about him missing sacks. He did miss 7, 8, 9 sacks. In the season. So again, he's getting there. He's going to be an A-list rusher, and I'm just excited for him. He's buying in, and as he always has, he's a good dude, and no one deserves to finally reach that pinnacle than Odafe. And I think he's going to, go 100% to reach that goal.
Chuck, last year, you guys led the league in sacks. Probably before the season, though, people weren't looking at you guys that way. Right. This year, after losing JD, now some people saying, where's the pass rusher? How much you guys players and even yourself take that as a challenge?
Man, I really don't even care what people think. I mean, being honest with you, because at the end of the day, we're gonna go out and do our best. If we don't reach the goal that we want, everybody wants to be the best pass rush in the league. But from my standpoint and the guys, if it doesn't happen, we're not going to be like, oh man, we're going to get back to the drawing board and see what happens moving forward. But it's not one of those things. And as it relates to JD, when JD came in, I taught JD. It's okay. So, I mean, everyone, he came in here and got taught. He's already being taught. So JD wasn't some, what do they say, a guy who came in and saved the day. No, we had already trained him. So he was really already under kind of the Ravens somewhat window because I had been training him for years. So, but nah, I'm not trying to be, but that's really weak. I don't even think about that. I could care less. All I want to do, my goal is to really impact quarterbacks by beating them up. Simple as that. If we beat up the quarterbacks and his ending's not always the way he wants, then we've had an impact and the numbers will come.
When did you first hear about Isaac, and what did you like about him that made you want him on the team? And now, since then, what have you learned about him?
Well, first time I seen him just watching Penn State Auburn, I don't know, was that last year or 2 years ago? Penn State Auburn, and they beat the brakes out of Auburn. Now, I don't know any War Eagles around here, but I'm evolved. That's a whole other story. But I watched him, he was fantastic, and when I watched his film, he was explosive, had power, had the ability to change direction and all those other things. And he was super smart, and he had good length, and I'm not a person that's caught up in he's tall and long, I could care less. But he's tall and long, and he has, a lot of strength, and he was a good dude. I got a chance to talk to him and thought he would fit in, and we were in the market for someone, but also wanted someone that can fit in, has the right mindset, that can work in a team, because the team was kind of like a puzzle. All the pieces got to fit, and our room has got to be like that as well. I like, Adisa. I mean, he's out there just getting started, and it's exciting to see him do some good things.
Chuck, obviously health is the big thing for David Ajabo, just getting his reps on the field. But what do you see in his game? Where does he need to make his strides to kind of have the breakout that he's been doing?
Well, you want, number one, I'm sure Harbs has talked about it. I can't get into the medical stuff, but I know he's working hard. I know he's, had a good spin today. I know he's running to the ball. I know he's striking blocks. I know he's showing signs that, he's improving. And I've had a torn ACL, and anybody's ever had one knows it takes time to come back. But he's out there fighting. He's out there scraping, and I just think that if he continues the way he's going, he's going to, have success because he knows he's got moves. Now we just got to, give him the opportunity, for him to be healthy to be able to execute those moves.
Chuck, some turnover from the pass rushing group last year to this year. You mentioned not really caring about the sack totals and they'll come. What is it that at this point in camp that excites you the most about the group?
Well, we're in year 2 of guys who we've developed. The guys inside, everybody in our unit has a skilled move. Everybody in the unit understands the language we talk. We have a specific language that we talk. We have certain moves, how we say it, certain approaches, certain things that we wanted to kind of implement last year, where everybody on the front can be a threat at some point, whether we're in our Raven group with 3 bigs. Mike P, y'all watch Mike P, he was rushing last year. Brody got sacks, Travis got sacks, Herb had 3 sacks last year. So you want, everyone to be able to do that, and that's kind of the good thing is that we want everybody to be a threat, Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
I might have been rambling.
No, you're good. Thank you.
Coach, you talked a little bit
Last
about
one.
body competition of pass rushers.
Oh, yeah.
Tavius Robinson's kind of a unique build in a guy, and he's had some time to develop in the system now. What are you seeing from him?
Man, he's a glass eater. Tavius Robinson he's never turned down 1 rep since he's been here. That's the best way to describe this dude. Every play, and I'm not exaggerating, he has given effort. Every day, Tavius Robinson listens to the coach. Every day he works out hard, he's early. Every day when he gets in those drills, he puts hands on people in the run. He continues to work hard to continue to develop as a pass rusher. And his main responsibility for us, because remember, Tavius played last year. Tavius was in big games early on. He's not like a second-year guy who's never played. He's went out there and smashed with some of the great teams that we faced. But I really can't say enough about him as far as who he is and how physical he is. And he shows no mercy. Tavius Robinson is everything you look for. And what, like Coach Harbaugh says, a Raven, Tavius, and always remember, I'm going to tell you, he has never turned down a rep. He's never not run to the ball. And that's that's saying a lot about a player, and I mean, it's all the truth. I'm just telling you who he really is. Everybody here will say that.
All right, Coach, thank you for your